Good morning. We are at SeaTac and we're gonna go build a pond for Laura and Aaron with Garden Answer. It'll be a cool collaboration project. A bunch of Aquascape guys and Artist of the Year guys and some other local guys, so it'll be fun. Come check us out. Hey guys, I'm Dan with Mark the Pond Guy.
And I'm Heather with Mark the Pond Guy.
We just showed up in Ontario, Oregon. So we're at Laura and Aaron's house with Garden Answer. She's the queen of gardening. This place is amazing.
We're kind of taking over the greenhouse as kind of our charging station / office.
Command center.
While we're here, I'm filming the project, so I'm going to be behind the scenes. And then Dan is going to be running machines probably.
Yeah, so it's a collaboration build. We're building a pretty cool pond. There's 3 Artists of the Year guys, John Adams, Alan Decker, and myself, along with a bunch of other talented guys. Some local guys, some other guys we brought in. You'll see them on the videos. So we're building I haven't actually measured it. It's about a 10, maybe 15 by 20-ish pond. Small waterfall, intake bay, wetland filter, all the bells and whistles. There will be a really cool retaining wall inside the pond with a patio coming up over the edge so the koi can come up. Jets to move the water, the koi like that. One thing that's slightly different about this design, Brian, I think, nailed it on the design. There should be a lot of planting area. Laura hasn't experienced aquatic plantings yet, so she wants to explore that, so we're giving her lots of space for plantings. And another cool feature is in Brian's design, we're gonna hide the pond. You won't be able to see it until you get there. So we're gonna build up berms, like golf course style contoured berms, and just make it a destination point. Like you might see a glimpse of something from the outside, but you have to go into the space, into the room to experience the whole.
So like pulls you in, like
it'll be a really cool design. So follow us along and see how it turns out.
Thank you so much for coming out here. I know it wasn't easy to get all the way out here, and it's the busiest time of the year for all of us. It's busy for me. I actually was even telling Greg, like, are you sure you want me to do this right now? Because we're so busy back home. I'm glad he convinced me to come out here. Working with Laura is so easy because she's just super confident in all of our abilities and everything else. With this amount of people and this talent, we'll fly through this thing. I'm predicting tomorrow this thing is finished. Just kind of take it easy, and again, thank you guys so much for coming.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Materials here. We should break.
Oh, cool.
The whole, go way to your left, John, with the bolts, and then we're gonna have to fill that in with gravel. Your other left.
We got some gaps to fill right behind the pump vault, so cutting it into thirds and filling the gap.
Rock right at water level?
No, I want it down a little bit so it's like ripped through, you know. If we had a little, like a couple 5-gallon buckets, I could raise it a hair, you know. I don't need a lot.
Do we have more gravel?
We're gonna want it at least above this though, right?
Yeah, at least above that.
I could find you some like bricks or something to get.
Or we can just grab a thicker rock. We're gonna set a waterfall rock.
We've gotten a tremendous amount of work done this morning. It's not even 1 o'clock yet. The wetland, all the aqua blocks are in, the snorkel and centipede, and all the cobble. Now, of course, we got to go up with a couple more gradations of gravel in there in order to filter this properly, and we have a lot of rock set. So pretty much the whole bottom perimeter, all that is set. The guys have been working on this retaining wall over here. We got a couple of really big boulders, which I'll show you in a minute, that are flanking that wall. And then we have all this stuff in here set. The skim cove is going to be coming up next, as well as we're going to be working on this waterfall where we have our two big flank rocks in, also known as waterfall blockers. So what the next step is with this right now is, because we have these two rocks here, we want to do a filler piece in here because we just want that one big sheet waterfall. Now this rock is very important for it to be underwater, because when that water splashes down, we don't want it to be hitting the rock and then splashing over. So it's going to be actually going down into the body of water itself, which is going to give it a whole lot better sound from what I feel like. It's just like if you take a glass of water and you dump it in a sink, you kind of get that gurgly sound, and I think it makes it much more crisp and nice. It's a very nice sound and serene. It's going to be a nice crisp waterfall.
Retaining wall we're putting in here is super close to water level, and it's just important to get the rock pad right up the back of the wall, because wall block is sharp and it will put holes in the liner, and then the liners get folded over nice and tight, and you'll be able to see what a clean edge we do. So the interaction areas to me are the most important places to pay super close attention to liner level, which is why I go around with my little white pencil and mark everything and get it just right, because you want to have super tight tolerances, and there's nothing worse than a low edge that's built into the middle of a retaining wall in a patio. So that's what we're working on over here, making it look good. Hey, so yeah, we're talking about the pump here. So this Aquascapes 9PO, this pretty much maxes out a 2-inch line. So the amount of flow, if you guys know anything about technical stuff on water feature installation, you can only fit X amount of water through a 2-inch line. This is going to absolutely max that 2-inch line out. We know that this pump is going to push 7,000-ish gallons per hour. It's going to run 2 jets over there that are in front of that nice formal looking curving wall where the patio is going to be, and then the rest of the flow will bypass that and go over there for the wetland area, and that is the workhorse that's going to filter this pond. That's all I got to say about that.